Okay, folks, so we're going to try something different. Now, Vipin is a phenomenal explorer, and he does know some basics about money as well. But where do you put your money in a safe environment? How do you invest it in a way that's easily accessible and cost effective? That's what we aim to find out today. Vipin, thanks for coming to join us on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me here.
It's nice to see you here. You and I have got quite a lot in common, I think. You know, I'm a keen explorer and adventurist. I like to climb mountains and stuff and be out there one with nature. Mm-hmm. And you've built your social media profile around essentially showing people what it's like to go and see different parts of the world and nature at its best.
Yeah.
So what got you into it?
Honestly, when I was very childhood, I was looking through the pictures and movies and movies like that. I was really impressed because this world is very wide and we are seeing very small portion of it. So I want to explore many places where people are not aware about. So this is why when I came UAE, people has some misassumption actually. This country has only desert or maybe just like buildings. So that's not true. So I want to make sure that people see the place wherever they live in. This is what the main intention of me or getting into this industry. Or I want to show the people that there are a lot of places which you don't know. Even if you stay here for many years, you really don't know. Most of the places. When I show these places through my videos, people are literally asking, "Is this in UAE?"
Now, the United Arab Emirates is made up of 7 emirates.
Yeah, right.
We've got the big cities.
Yeah,
and then off the beaten track, I go hiking every Friday morning.
Oh, that's great.
Saturday morning. Used to be Friday.
Yeah, right.
And on Saturday mornings, I will go to Fossil Rock. I'll go to the Valley of the Cave, Malaya. I will go to Corfucan. I'll go to Jebel Jais, Jebel Hafid, wherever there's a mountain, basically. Right. And I will get up at 3 a.m. So that I can get to the location and be up for sunrise. Mm-hmm. Why do you think people don't make more of an effort to go and find and see these places?
Honestly, I will tell you something. So as soon as I came here, the life here is completely different than the life you live in your country, right? This is a fast life what people are having here. So what they do is they just work here, make money, and just send back home. Honestly, if I talk about my personal life, my dad was working in Saudi Arabia for 30 years, more than 30 years, and he never lived for himself. He was taking care of the family and giving us good education, lifestyle and everything. This is what he has done. But if I ask him, what did you do with your life? Nothing. So for him, as taking him as an example, I took many examples in this country. So here, what people are doing is, they work, they make money, they bring the country up, and if their family, they're bringing up the family, as well as at the end they don't do anything for the health. They are not concentrating on, and the next thing is they don't even see the place where they live in for years. So these are the 2 concerns I had. So that's where I wanted to show that there are places where you can at least enjoy your time whenever you are here. You are not going to be here for a long time. Even in this world, you will be no more in this world for after some years. So you have to see at least wherever you live in.
Yeah.
For me, if I'm from India, India is a very huge country and there are a lot of places I cannot cover. I cannot complete all these places. Still, I am still trying to cover it. But there are people who never gone out of the city, just here and their home country. So at least whenever they are here, at least they can utilize their time to explore these places.
And the interesting thing about this country is that the farthest place away is 400 kilometers.
Yeah, right.
That's the farthest.
Yes.
So really, we don't, if we have a car, or we can get access to a car, we can see everything that this country has to offer.
Right. If you consider any other countries, if you consider it is 100 kilometers, it's just like 45 minutes away. Because this country has one of the best infrastructure, roads, and your car will give you higher performance. So if you have a car, you can go anywhere.
Now, lots of people that watch what you do on social media will wonder how you make money.
Yeah.
They'll wonder how someone doing what you do is making money, how you manage your
Right.
money and
People are
stuff
really
like
concerned about, because as I told you, the people are living fast life here. So they just go work and they come back. They don't know what other people are doing. So if taking me as an example, if I could travel all these places, why can't they do it? So it's their, that should be their concern. Because for me, if you see many industries in this country, like lifestyle, food, and stuff like that, there are a lot of vlogging industries. I mean, categories you can see. Uh, Food is important for the people, right? And lifestyle, it depends upon the people, and the other stuff, it's based. But the travel is essential. It should be essential, because it's like a food. Like, you have to, for if you post something regarding food, people will definitely watch this, because people need food. The rest of the things are secondary for here. But for me, it's I'm taking it very primary thing. Why? Because if they don't see this world, there is no use of living in this world.
Now, for me, that's really interesting where that came from. But let's talk about money here. So we see this term social media influencer. We see that's kind of talked about a lot. And as a social media influencer, everyone thinks you must be making lots of money from Instagram and TikTok and all of these wonderful places, YouTube and stuff. And so I can only assume that you've become a millionaire on the back of being an influencer. Has that worked out for you?
Yeah, honestly, yes. Even if it is not a millionaire, yes, I am making money. So it works in different ways. How do you consider, or how do you make money? So you cannot just earn money from one source of income. I mean, it's just for your necessities. But rest of the things, if you wanna make some more, extra things for your life, for traveling, and do some more quality in your life, you definitely have to look for something else. This is what I found. So what I have done is, there is only thing what you can do is, as I'm a traveler, I am not staying in one place for long. So I'm keep on traveling. So in this case, when I travel or when I sleep, just want to make money. So this is the only way which I found. So I was started thinking in different way. Then I came to different investment opportunities where you can easily make money even when you travel or even when you sleep. So this is the way how you should be dealing with the situation. So this is what I did for myself.
Now, you're a young guy, but you've taken money seriously. You told me off camera earlier that you have a good understanding of the Forex markets and have worked in that industry. And so you, like me almost, you speak the language of money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Or the language of investing, should we say that?
Right.
We know the terms. We know, the differences between commodities and currencies. We understand a soft and a hard commodity. We understand the differences between the names of the stock exchanges.
Yeah, right.
We understand inflation and deflation and tax and interest and all of these terms that for people like me and you, they're just spoken about in our circles every day.
Right.
But most people don't.
No.
Most people really don't understand money. In fact, I'd argue that they have an uncomfortable relationship with money. They make money and then spend money, and then wonder why they have no money.
They are in the circle.
Yeah, so they don't understand how to plan. But I think there's also a fear with investing.
Yeah.
Because investing then, in essence, is almost like risky.
Yeah. Right.
But so they feel safe leaving the money in the bank, what little that there's left, and they trust the bank, that brand, whatever that bank's brand is, Barclays, HSBC, Emirates, MBD, RAC. It's like, I know that brand, I'm safe there. So they leave their money in the account at a very low rate of interest.
Yeah, right.
Because they don't really understand investing. And to be honest with you, you and I understand it. We've been educated in it over a number of years. So it's kind of second nature to us.
Yeah.
But I can understand how it would be overwhelming for some people when it comes to how do I invest money? Right. The common sense is do some research, learn, understand, take action.
Right.
But that whole kind of learn, understand before taking action seems to be a challenge for people.
Right.
Inevitably, people end up making mistakes. So they either make a mistake of not doing something. Or they make a mistake of doing something without doing any research.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they get their fingers burnt.
They will not come back.
Well, they either don't come back or they then learn.
Yeah, then learn, yeah.
It's one of the two, isn't it?
Yes,
they
right.
get their fingers burnt and like, no, I'm not doing any of that. Okay, I'm going to leave my money in the bank. Or they get their fingers burnt and they're like, right. I'm never making that mistake again.
This is how the world is formed, like people don't want to take any kind of opportunities than having something which is really normal. People just want to be in normal level. So this is where people go for this kind of investment, which has been doing for years. It's not new. It was there for many years back, many years. When the paper currency introduced, it's there. So many years ago. So people are not looking for the advanced things. When the mobile was introduced, computer was introduced, people were against this. But nobody can live without phone now.
It's interesting. I go back to, you're 30, yeah?
Yeah, right.
I'm 53. So I go back to when I was young. Mm-hmm. If I wanted to invest in stocks, I would have to get a stockbroker.
Right.
And that stockbroker, I'd have to pay whatever fees that were required, for that stockbroker. Mm-hmm. If I wanted my finances managed, so my retirement planning, my insurance and life insurance and stuff like that, planning for my kids' education, I would go to a financial advisor.
Yes.
And I'd pay the fees that the financial advisor charged.
Right.
Now, that could be an upfront fee. It could be an ongoing management fee. There's always fees, isn't there?
Yes.
But you couldn't do it yourself.
Right.
There wasn't a possibility.
Yeah, right.
Now, the internet came along and it enabled people to start doing things differently. But then people got bombarded with so much information that it led them to go,
right.
What do I do?
Yeah.
So we've seen over the last few years apps come onto the marketplace where young people can now, because what we've learned is that young people don't want to talk to anyone.
Right.
They don't want to sit down with somebody. I can remember sitting down with a financial advisor when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
And my parents had this living room in their house that was only ever used at Christmas or for big celebrations.
Okay.
Had a big fireplace. It had a big coffee table, and it was always cold. The heating was never on in there. So whenever you went in there, it felt like there were dead people in the room. But I remember this man, and he sat opposite me, and he had his suit on. I've got my jeans and t-shirt, and he's got his suit on, and he's talking to me about stuff I just didn't understand. And he was the man that was going to give me advice and knowledge. And I ended up saving some money with him just to get him to leave the house. That's what we used to do back then. And so I understand why young people don't want to sit through that, because when I was young, I didn't want to sit through that.
Yeah, right.
But I had no way of learning the information otherwise.
Right.
But nowadays apps exist. Let me ask you about those.
Yeah.
What experience have you had using apps to invest money or talk to people about investing money?
See, the thing has been really easy now because of after the introduction of applications. And maybe we can consider the newer generations or the accessibility of the people to access or know, to learn about something which is really easier, very quick. Right. So when we use some application for the investment, you just have to see there are a lot of applications which is available in the market, which is very user friendly. You don't have to do this degrees and all this stuff. It's very easier just to buy your things and make money. And there are a lot of opportunities, or there are easier platforms where you can find and use your investment for this. Yes.
Nemo has a very interesting feature called Memes, where you can categorize stock. So let's take fashion, for example. Now, you're into fashion and you want to invest in the fashion industry and you want to buy stocks of those types of companies. So you can do that using Memes. Now, fashion is one, travel and tourism is another, finance is yet another. And it brings together different examples of those stocks and allows you to invest in the industry you're familiar with and understand its potential. I've seen some apps out there. So if we take that evolution, so the evolution from the kind of stockbroker who you paid fees to the financial advisor to do your financial planning, who charged you money, onto the online trading platforms which existed some time ago, which you paid money for every transaction.
Right.
Because you did, yeah? Every time you bought and sold, you paid a spread of some sort.
This is the best example is Wolf of Wall Street. When you watch this movie, you will really understand. how does it work, the stock market is. There are a lot of movies, but they will call, they will fix it, they will buy. Then, so you will have to pay all of these things. And it completely has moved to different level after the introduction of this platform. Nobody is involving in this. Yes.
That's interesting you say that. So we've gone along this journey, online trading, people paying a fee, then moving into the next generation of apps, which I've seen now, which allow you to invest for free.
Right.
And to me, that's fascinating.
That is.
Because even if you took a 1% fee for the next 25 years on your savings, that 1% would eat away substantially at your money you built.
Right.
If you can invest without it costing you any money, as in any fees, that's a definite win for the investor.
Right.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay. So the next thing is to how do you make something free plus easy to use?
Right.
And I've looked at lots of apps out there. Have you seen Nemo?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, tell me, because I think that's a really interesting app. So tell me what your experience with that is.
See here, as you told, people are really skeptic about having the investment through the platform because the thing they consider about the safety of the fund where they invest, the companies. This is what the first main important thing is. So it's about the brand, how stable the brand is. The next thing is how easier to invest and how easier, they don't get more cost of doing this. So these are the three main important thing people will be concentrated on. So here we started using Nemo. I was concerned about the security and the licensing of this application. This is completely regulated in the UAE and under ADGM. So which has made me really stick into the application first. So the second thing is the way they designed the platform is such a way everybody can understand, everybody can easily sport their stocks. See, a person like me definitely go for a travel stocks which is available in the market. But a person like another entertainer or he is into any other industry like modeling or something like that, they will be concentrated on those kind of stocks because they know this in the market. So when I am traveling, I use different airlines. Maybe I use different applications to book the hotels and stuff like that. So I'm familiar with this application. So this has given me, already I have idea, right? This is you are using on a daily basis or day-to-day life maybe. So you are already know about these products and you don't really have any issues investing in this product because you know you are one customer of them. So definitely there are a lot of customers in all over the world like you. So you have many different options which is available. This is what I found really interesting in this application, the second one. And the third one, when you talk about many like opportunities, people are having some concern about the cost of this, having the investment or using the platform, which is really zero here, zero commission, which is really best way because people are charging really high commission for having the transaction, which is not.
Okay, let's just go through that a second and understand that. So number one, choosing an app,
right?
Make sure it's regulated.
Okay,
so we need to make sure that's dealt with. Secondly, no charges, which means you're investing for free. So you've got low cost or almost no cost. You've got highly regulated.
Right.
Then something you mentioned I thought was really interesting. If somebody works in the aviation industry, they generally tend to know more about the companies in that industry.
Right.
If somebody works in the property development industry, they generally tend to know about that and so on. And so by being able to invest across your industry or your industry of choice, that enables you to be putting your money into a marketplace that you feel you probably know better.
Right.
Does that make sense?
This is the same thing. This is the same thing which I was telling about the gold. Indian people know about gold. Same like this. When the person is working, maybe if I work in real estate, I know what about the property cost and what about the companies or brands which is available in the market in real estate. Maybe if I go for traveling, I know many airlines and many booking applications and which is available in the market. So there are many things. Even if you're an IT person, you know about all this NVIDIA and stuff like that. You know about this Apple. So whatever they are doing, what is the market price? How does it work? The software values and stuff like that. Which is you are using it to your normal life. So you don't have to put extra effort to learn something It's everything is in front of you. You are just going with the same thing where you have confident on. You are not investing something new. So this is the main thing which you are considering here. When I use Nemo, this is what the experience I got. Because
so you're using Nemo.
Yeah, right.
That's what you do with your money.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I don't even know how this came to me, Nemo. It came kind of like it was one of those things that you kind of hear about online and whatnot. And it's like there's some other organisations. There's some digital banks now. Before it was always traditional banking.
Yeah,
now
right.
It's digital banking,
Yeah,
and so
right.
everyone's the UK they have them, here we have them as well, and it's like everyone's kind of like evolving over to this new way of doing things.
Yeah, right.
I'm old-fashioned. I quite still like to talk to somebody. The trouble is I only get a call centre, okay, and the call centre generally doesn't help me with what I need. So not like the olden days.
Yeah.
My daughter's 23 years old.
Oh, right.
And she graduated from university, and in lockdown she started a business.
Oh, really?
And she made some money. And I said to her, for every pound you earn, I will double it.
Okay.
And she's like, great, I'm going for it. Anyway, when she told me how much money she'd earned, I was shocked, and I had to double it. But she said to me, what do you invest in, Dad? And I'm like, loads of different things. I said, why? She says, well, I trade online myself. I invest in crypto.
Oh.
And I was like, what? I'm your dad. I'm an investment guy. What are you doing? She said, well, it's just so much easier than waiting to talk to you. And I think that goes to show, it's like, we all want speed, don't we? It's always kind of like the now.
Now, right.
And because it's the now, particularly, I mean, you're 30, but even people younger than you that are starting to earn money, it's like, how do I do it now? How do I keep it up to date? How do I make sure that if I want to look at it 24/7, I can? And how can I be involved in something that's user-friendly and easy to work with?
Yeah.
I think when you look at things like Threads. Did you see Threads?
Yeah, Threads.
Out?
Yeah,
Instagram,
yes.
It kind of like everyone went, oh, we need a Threads account, and everyone opened a Threads account, and then we went, oh, we don't really.
Really, yeah.
It's gone off a cliff. It's kind of like it comes in and comes out.
Yeah.
So what's the best investment you've ever made?
Honestly, for me, if I say, I did for good, as I told you. So it was one of the best investment I made in gold. And after that, I moved to stocks, where there are a lot of potential which is already in the market. Because as you know, everybody would have heard about this Tesla, Apple, and most of the stocks which is available. So here are year by year it goes. The stocks are going up. It's not going down. So these are the market big shots in the market. So you can even close your eyes and invest. So people doesn't know how to do it. So here what I have found is the difficulty what they are facing is how to choose the platform and how to invest. So this is where I came to this application called Nemo, where it's actually designed, as you know, here if you see.
Are you promoting Nemo? It's almost like you're a big fan. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize that you knew it. So carry on.
Okay, so here, as you told, when your daughter did some investment, so if you consider the newer generation which is coming now, they are already advanced. You don't have to teach them anything. They know how to use smartphone, how to get the information, and they really do it. And even from the 18 years, they are making money, really like anything before. So here, it's already advanced generation now. So now people are taking the advantage. Like whenever crypto has come to the market, nobody was willing to buy, but whoever bought this, they became millionaires. And you know this guy who sold Bitcoin for buying pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course,
yeah. So this is all stories, because people really did not know about the value of this, what is coming in the future. But now newer generation is actually accepting what is here and what is the future. They know it. So this is why people are coming to this industry, and newer people knows, as old school people doesn't know about the opportunities, and there are a lot of people willing to learn about this. So there is huge opportunities which you can find in this market, is newer generation as well as the old generations coming to the picture now.
So let's give people some takeaways here. Let's give them some guide or guidelines maybe.
Okay.
So you're a young man.
Yeah.
You've made some money, you've lost some money, you do okay for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If if there's a young person right now that's looking to go and invest some of their monthly savings or their whatever, their inheritance, whatever they've got, what should be the steps they follow?
See here, as I told you before, we cannot rely on one income. Even most of the financial advisors, they say you the same thing, because it should be like more than 2 or 3. So whenever you think about only one way of income, your expectations or your future just belong to this line. So you have to widen it, and you have to find the different opportunities where you can really make money. So it's in a real good way, not in a other bad ways or how you make money.
No,
Yeah.
Don't be a drug dealer.
Yeah, exactly. This is the same thing. If you just want to make money, you can do anything you want. It's not like that. You just make in a proper way, so it exists always. If you are making in a different way, it actually goes from you. So you learn, you do it, and you get a benefit of it. You are not dependent on anybody. Yes, you whatever the information what you learned, and you are actually implementing those information here in the market, you make money. It's easy as that. If you want to start a business, you have to find good capital, like if it is a retail store or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have to do research what is happening in this area, and the atmosphere of the people, customer behavior, and all this stuff. There are a lot of research you have to do. You have to just to put 20% of the effort which you put in a business, just put it in this industry. You will learn many things. It is endless. Assume that I'm a person who actually consider about the future sometimes, because when I travel, if something happens to me, I lose my legs. I met with an accident before, so this was one of my experience that I was bed rest for 6 months. I couldn't do anything. Now I think of that period. I could have made money when I was in the bed rest, when I was taking rest at the home. I didn't know about this opportunity, so I missed that 6 months. I really feel bad about that time. So now, even if you are not having any job, not having any possibility of doing any businesses or something like that, or if you are is a disabled person, or if you are having any difficulty with your health, definitely it's an opportunity. You don't have to depend on anybody. Where you sit, make money. You just need an internet connection. There are a lot of education system or the materials which is available online, where you can learn easily and put some effort. Yes, definitely you will have the benefit in future, and you don't have to be dependent on anybody. You can be independent. This is the main thing which you come to this when you come to this industry.
Becoming financially independent, I think, is critical. I think that young people, if they start young, they don't have to wait till they're 65 to become financially free.
Right.
And so many people don't take those lessons.
Yeah.
Because they don't plan, they don't get their money working for them, they don't understand dividend yield and everything else. And they get to 65, and in many cases, they don't have enough money. And then they say, I better continue working. But who wants to employ a 65-year-old? So then they have to lean on their family, their kids.
Yes.
So I need my kids to support me because I was shit with money.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
That's true.
Yeah,
you can
that's the truth. Well, I paid for my kids' education, and so they can help me when I'm old. It's like you paid for your kids' education. What, you couldn't organize your retirement?
Exactly right.
Because you didn't make the right decisions. Young people nowadays getting hold of an easy-to-use app that allows them to put their money on cost effectively, take advantage of investing trends, seems to me a smart way of doing things.
Yeah, right.
You agree?
As you told, yes, because I have a friend. His dad is really aged. He's retired, but he's still making money through the stock market.
Yeah. Because
he planned it very well.
Yeah.
Because whenever he was here, he was actually making money by working. After that, he planned his retirement. This is what I told. It's endless. Until you are alive, you can still make money. You don't have to depend on anybody. This is the main thing. You need a phone or computer with an internet connection, and your update. That's it. This is the investment what you're putting in. There is nothing else.
You're much younger than me. Let's talk to the young people that are watching this right now and listening in. As I said, my process as a younger man was much different because the world was different.
Yeah.
What would you advise younger people to do right now when it comes to thinking about how they invest their money, and so that they can have the freedom that you've got? You're out exploring the world because you know how to manage your money essentially remotely, don't you?
Right.
So what would you tell people to do?
So for my advice is for the younger generation who is coming up. So there are a lot of opportunities in front of you already. So you just have to take the apt one for you. So for myself, what I do is I found the best investment option. I put my money there, and it's working for me now. My goal is to travel the world. So here, if you have any wish, if you have any of your dream, you can work for it. So you just have to concentrate on good investment portfolios and a good investment broker and good investment instruments. So where you will be succeed, and you don't have to depend on any one income. So your dreams are going high, and you can achieve your dreams. Yes.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you so much for coming to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me. And
it's your first podcast you've ever done. How did it go?
Yes,
Are you okay with it?
Yes.
Bit nervous at the beginning?
Yeah, it was.
You settled down and you enjoyed it. I think our audience are going to love you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
So let's just summarize. Remember I spoke about NEMs. Now NEMs allow you to invest in different categories, different industries. So if you're into fashion, for example, you can search for stocks in your favorite category, making it easy for you to invest in. And more importantly, it's not expensive. In fact, there's zero commissions to pay. Okay, there's zero cost getting in and getting out of using this platform. And you don't have to be a millionaire to invest, because as long as you've got a couple of dollars behind you, you can use that money to get started on the platform. As far as I'm concerned, it makes a whole lot of sense. What do you think?